to see it if nobody brings them up to the forefront. You know what I mean? So I really appreciate that first off. But me, I'm Keon Davis. I'm the owner and operator of Smoothie Brew. We are a smoothie company, and our smoothies make you dance. That is right. All of our smoothies make you dance. They're named after dances, everything from the Tootsie Roll, electric slide. We got the body yachty. You know what I'm saying? We got the whoa. Anything you can think of, man, we got a name for it. So that's what we do, man. We got smoothies, salads, wraps, turkey melts, cold pressed juices, anything you can think of to make you feel healthy, make you feel good, make you feel strong again. We got you. You know what I mean? I started about 9 years ago in Auburn, Alabama. I had a spot that was maybe 6 feet by 12 feet. You know, I had an opportunity to come in. It was a deal where me and one of my partners was talking about how much excess money we spent, right? And at the time I was graduating, I was still selling cars, that type of deal. And from there, I was the party guy. You know, in college, I threw all the parties. You know what I'm saying? I want to get into the party, the party industry. I'm still fresh. So then I told him, like, bro, I spent like $2,000 in the bar. He's like, bro, I got you beat. He said, I spent $2 grand in the gym. And I'm like, what? Like, wait a minute, bro. Like, how you spend $2,000 in the gym? You know what I'm saying? He was like, man, it's a dude in the gym that got a smoothie bar. He do this, he sell that. He was like, bro, I spend $40, $50 with him every day. Man, that's a good idea, right? So that's my light bulb went on. You know what I mean? I was working out in the gym. They had a spot that was available. Nobody was using it. You had to ring a bell if you wanted to get service, you know, type of deal. The smoothies was trash. You know, the people that was running the gym was actually running the smoothie bar, so you know they didn't really care nothing about it. So I was like, well, that looked like an opportunity. That like something I can do. So I approached him. And so I was like, you know, what do I need to do to get this spot? You know, and so he tried to Hollywood talk. He was like, oh, I got to call corporate and see what corporate wants to do. And so I'm like, you know what? In my mind, and the way I always operate, if I want something, it's already done in my mind, right?
Exactly.
It's already done in my mind. So I'm like, this is going to be mine. Let me just get myself together. You know, so from there, I went back. I started making plans. You know, I started coming up with concepts. So as you can see, when you see my logo, I used to love the California raisins growing up.
Yeah, me too.
Love the California raisins, you know what I'm saying?
For real.
Like, for the grapevine. But then the thing was, I loved their whole energy and vibe, and I didn't eat raisins. Right? I just love what they represented. You know what I mean? So I knew when I started my company, I wanted a modern day version of the California raisins. Right? So you see the logo with the shades, with the white gloves. You know what I'm saying? With the whole little swag, right? So, you know, I came up with that, and then my wife, dad had a smoothie bar in Baton Rouge, and he was really successful. After Katrina, he had it for a long time, but he was like before his time, right? So the things that people are doing now, he was doing 20 years ago.
Oh, wow.
Right? So he was way before his time, you know what I'm saying? And so he ended up shutting it down. I called him, I was like, hey, you got any recipes or anything? He was like, yeah, he sent me all the recipes, right? So, cheat code. You know what I'm saying? It's cheat code. But the thing was, he had stuff like guava juice. Like, you know what I'm saying? He had like stuff. I was like, I don't even know what this is. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just put mangoes in it.
Yeah,
you know, so I you know what I'm saying? So I had to start tweaking different things to kind of get there.
All right,
But I appreciate it.
He ain't taking no cash.
No, we don't take calls. We take payments with the phone too.
For real?
Yeah. Yeah, we good.
Hey, we live. You know what I'm saying? That's how we do it.
But no, he was like, you know, he sent me those recipes, and I didn't know, so I just started tweaking. You know, so I'm like, all right, cool, I'm gonna do this. And so when I came up with my concept, I was like, I want to name all my smoothies after dances, right? I don't want nobody to come in and be like, let me get a mango passion, or like, you know, let me get a tropical heaven. Like, no, I wanted something that was gonna have a little swag to it. I wanted something that was gonna kind of be with the culture. I wanted something. I love music. I grew up in I love music. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted something that was gonna vibe with, you know. And so when I first started, my first tagline was like, you didn't know healthy could taste so good. You know, because everybody thought healthy in their mind. It was like, if it's healthy, it's nasty, or it's bland, or it ain't got no flavor, or, you know, that type of deal. So that's kind of what I first went with, right? And as I evolved, I started to go with, I was like, you know, I got to let people know, because at first I only had this logo. Everybody asked me, oh, you a DJ? Oh, you do music? You know, it's Smoothie Group, right?
That's what they think.
So I'm like, what? No, I do smoothies. And so I had, in my mind, I got a marketing background. So I'm like, let me make this well known. I know as consumers, we're not very smart as consumers. Right? We not very, we want everything to be right in our face.
Right.
We want to know exactly what it is from day one, right?
Right, exactly.
So I was like, let me change it up. Let me put the smoothies in it. So then I came up with the concept of smoothies that make you dance. Right? So good make you want to dance. You know what I'm saying? So I rebranded, redid the logo, put smoothies at the top, the whole circle seal, now people get it, right? So fast forward, I was 6 months in, right? I was 6 months into this whole thing. I'm in the gym. I'm hustling. I'm in there from 8 to 9 o'clock every single day. From Monday to Sunday, 8 to 9 o'clock. I'm in there thugging. You know, going to do my thing. Wake up at 6, go get my little product, what I need. I'm in the gym by 8, thugging, right? We hustling.
Yeah.
And so 6 months later, I'm like, freaking, I'm gonna open up another spot. Right? This is the first time I ever made my own money. Right? First time I ain't never had a check from somebody. I eat what I kill now. Right? So
because remember, he was in college. He was in college when he started. He thought about this. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So yeah.
So the whole philosophy is like, I eat what I kill. You know what I mean? So let me go kill. You know. And so I'm doing my thing. I'm hustling. And I open up another smoothie spot, the same branded gym. It was an hour away, and the time change was an hour ahead. Right? So I was in Auburn, Alabama. The other gym was in Columbus, Georgia. Right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So me, I'm like, all right, freak it. I'm just gonna thug it out. I'm gonna make it happen. Play don't care who make it. You know what I'm saying? Play don't care who make it. So I did that, man, and so I was running that. I was going back and forth. It was killing me. I got bald head, my hair was gone. It killing me. I gotta wake up at.
I understand.
Bro, I'm telling you, I had to wake up at 5. I had to leave the house at 5 to get to the gym down there by 8. And so I had people on schedule where if I open the gym up in Columbus, I'll close the gym in Alabama. Or if I open in Alabama, I would close in Columbus, right? So I was always on the go. Like, and so in my mind, I've always been taught I was an athlete. Just outwork everybody. You know what I'm saying? Outwork. Be willing to outwork. So get up, and no matter how you feel, fuck your feelings. Get up and go get it, right? Get up and go get it. So that's what I did for a long time. But the problem was I didn't have no systems in place. I had no process. I ain't had none of that. I was just hustling. Right? I'm just hustling. If we out of something down in Columbus, we're just going to be out of it until I come down there.
Yeah, and that's the name of the game anyway in the culinary industry. You got to hustle. Especially when you're doing your own business.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And we tell people that on the podcast all the time. Trust me, you got to hustle.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I've been in this industry 26 years. You know what I'm saying? He been in this 20-something years. You know what I'm saying? That's all we had to do was hustle.
Right.
So we were hustling for somebody else.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We wasn't hustling for my own. Now I'm hustling for my own.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I get it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm running 3 businesses. So I get it, bro.
But hey, ain't gonna go back no time. So
No, it ain't coming.
Hey, it might go back. That's the problem.
It might.
The stress is so bad it start going back.
For real. Yeah, you right.
Yeah.
It might.
Yeah, that's
around
gonna
the
start
side.
going. Yeah.
That John Jefferson.
Boy, I'm telling you, boy, I gotta cut that, man.
For real, man.
Yeah, man. So we did that, man, and so I was doing that. I was running. It was just stressing me out, bro. It was stressing me out, and so I was like, you know what? I need to focus all my attention in one spot. I need to get one spot, all my energy, right? So I made the decision. It was the hardest decision I ever made at the time, was to close the store down in Columbus. You know what I mean? So I closed the store down in Columbus. Once I did that, I focused all my energy back in Auburn. So mind you, I had employees and stuff down there. So now I don't have to run back and forth. I got people that's working. I can help them. I can come around. I can go do other stuff. So at the time, I was working out, and I was sitting in the sun. And I met a guy that was, and in Auburn, the thing was to work with the campus. If you can work with the campus, you made it, right? You made it. So I met a guy that was in the gym, and he was like, hey, what you do? I knew him before, from the gym. And so he was like, oh, I work on campus, right? I was like, oh, okay, cool. I'm trying to figure out how to get my company on campus. He was like, crazy enough, I work with the guy that's responsible for bringing people on. So again, I'm like, bro, you probably Hollywood talking to me, just blowing smoke, like, I ain't even finna put nothing on that. You know what I mean? And so then he was like, the next